Yeah, really what we want to do is tell you a little bit about the College of Business. You've expressed an interest in joining the College of Business and majoring in the College of Business. And so I've got several people here. I will try to get all of their names. I'm going from memory. But so maybe somebody will jump in if I leave them off. But we've got Dr. John Narcombe. He's going to tell you a little bit about digital marketing. And we've got Ahmed El Kasabji. He's a professor of finance. He's going to tell you about finance. We've got Dr. Tracy Cole. She is the department head for accounting and finance. We've got Dr. Tracy Johnston. She's an accounting professor. She'll tell you about accounting. We've got Stephen Jones, Dr. Stephen Jones. He's a professor of management. He's going to tell you about entrepreneurship. And did Loretta join us? Dr. Loretta Cochran. She's going to be with us and talking about human resource management. And then we've got Dr. Matt Brown. He'll tell you about data analytics, business data analytics. And who have I forgotten? Kuldeep, Dr. Kuldeep Singh is with us. He's a management professor. He teaches primarily in the area of operations management. And Tracy, who have I forgotten?
Dr. Rock Wong.
Dr. Wong, he's our MBA director, and he is also a finance professor. So we're going to tell you a little bit about the various majors, and then if you have some questions that are specific to a given major, we'll let the appropriate folks jump in and answer those questions. So we're going to start it off right now with digital marketing. Dr. John Narcombe's going to tell you a little bit about that. John, if you'll take it away.
Hey guys, thank you for joining us. In marketing, there's actually two tracks you could take. One of them is called strategic marketing, and that's more your general marketing. But the area that I'm more familiar with would be digital marketing, and that's the track that I want to talk to you guys about today. So most of you guys are probably on multiple different platforms for social media, and that's really cool. Two of the classes that I really like in the digital marketing track and that I want to talk more specifically about, social media marketing and digital metrics. Again, I don't know what you guys are looking at for kind of your future career and everything, but I think obviously in digital marketing, that would be an area that's kind of vibrant and growing. The first class though, social media marketing. One of the assignments we had this past semester that I think was kind of exciting, we actually got to speak with a young man who has a rare disease, but his family's trying to talk to more people and get them to know about the disease and spread the word about that. And they're using social media. So as a class, we kind of got together, met the kid through an interview that I did online with him. And we worked on kind of strategies for sending the message out through social media. So that'd be more of like a nonprofit kind of side and everything. But obviously there's for-profit purposes with social media as well. Just to kind of let you guys know, I know TikTok, that's one of the more famous ones maybe for your age demographic that's really growing. I myself, I've even watched probably hours of TikTok videos during this quarantine. I haven't made any myself, so maybe a little bit too old at the moment to just be making videos like that for that. But it is an interesting platform, and I think there's growth that can take place there. My generation, more Facebook. We could talk about Facebook ads, all that kind of stuff. But there's a lot of good stuff going on within social media. The other class that I'm really excited about, it's called digital metrics. And in digital metrics, we learn about search ads, ads that you would place online in the search bar or on the Google page whenever those come up. Also display ads like website ads, ads that might appear on mobile apps and stuff like that. Another thing within that class that I think is very helpful is we go through Google Scholar a little bit, or not Google Scholar, but Google Analytics. And you guys learn a little bit about the analytical side of marketing, tracking who's coming to your website, maybe even tracking who sees your ads or the ads that lead to people to come to your website and tracking conversions with that. And I think that even ties a little bit over to BDA. And so if you are interested in the BDA major or even a minor within digital metrics, it's really easy to get a BDA minor. And I think those two tie together very well. And actually, I think you're going to have a professor come on here in a little bit and talk to you about the BDA minor. But after this is all over, if you guys have any questions, I'd be happy to answer those about digital metrics. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Now, Dr. Tracy Johnston, professor in accounting, if you could go ahead and unmute yourself and tell us a little bit about accounting, please.
Hey guys, I teach accounting at Tech, and accounting is where we look at the numbers within a business. So how do we report those numbers within the company and without planning, budgeting? And so at Tech, we have a really good accounting department. I'm actually a Tech grad myself. I went through this. It's been a little less than 20 years ago that I graduated with my degree. I worked in public accounting and back teaching now. And just some of the things I love about our accounting degree. We have most of our graduates in accounting have a job before they graduate. We just have a really high placement rate before they're done. Tech grads have a history of just being very successful on the CPA exam. So if you're interested in public accounting and want that license, which is a great thing to have, a great thing to put on your resume, we have a good success rate there. Jobs tend to pay well, and we have a lot of just really good relationships with employers, with accounting firms and industry as well. Within accounting, there are different types of jobs that you can get. There's public accounting, and that's where you work at a CPA firm. You'll do taxes or auditing. And there's a high demand there. Companies have to be compliant with their financial statements. So, but there's also private accounting. So private accounting is where you go to a company and you work within their accounting department of that company. And we have good relationships with Tyson and with multiple other companies. We bring those employers on campus a couple times a year. Angie may talk about that more later, I'm not sure. There's governmental accounting where you can work for the state of Arkansas. The legislative audit will go and they audit cities and schools, and they'll look within each of those. So there's a lot of different opportunities. If you get into one part of accounting and decide this isn't really what I like, I may like something else better. There's a lot of flexibility to move around. So I think that's it.
Thank you, Tracy. And now, Dr. Ahmed El-Kasabji with finance, would you tell us a little bit about the finance major and career opportunities?
Sure. Finance is a peculiar area in business. When people think about finance, they think about stocks, investing. It's not just that. It's a lot of how to raise capital. What is the best method and way to raise capital for a business? How to optimize the way you raise the capital. And there's a lot of intricacies in financial institutions and markets and how markets functions. If you choose finance as your major, if you just open up CNBC or Bloomberg, watch that on television. Our objective is that when you graduate, you understand everything that they're talking about on those channels. So if you open up those television shows and you're watching and you don't understand what they're talking about, they're talking a different language, talking French or whatever, rest assured that by the end of your college career, you'll understand everything they're talking about. It's a major that is kind of a key for you as an individual. When you graduate, you will be able to take care of your finances. You don't have to rely on someone taking care of your finances for you. To be honest, when I graduated with my finance degree, I had a lot of people come in and ask about investment strategies and ideas. So get ready if you're into that. It's something that is important for everyday life, and it's something that a lot of employers look for when they're looking for somebody who they can hire, who can take care of the business finances. So it deals with money. So you want to be in something where you deal with a lot of money, and that's a place to be, finance. So if you have any questions, you can always contact me. I'm on the ATU website through the College of Business.
Thank you, Ahmed. And yes, I assume all of our students would be very interested in money. And so that's a good point. When you've got money.
Just want to add, we do have a lot of opportunities for students to engage in real life investing. We have the Smith Fund, the Student Management Investment Fund, where we have student groups managing a real life portfolio of funds. Me and Rock have been in communication these last few months, trying to rearrange the portfolio to make sure that the economy doesn't affect it in a negative way, and to be able to set up ways and strategies for the short term, medium term, and longer term. And we work with students to come up with investment ideas, and we discuss reasons and why we approach rearranging or reallocating our portfolio for that purpose. And if you're a finance student, you have the opportunity to be able to engage with other students in investing in that portfolio in real assets and real stocks and bonds, etc.
Very good. Thank you so much, Ahmed. And let's move now to some of our students may be interested in the management field. In the management field, we have a management major, and in the management field, we have basically three options. Students can major in entrepreneurship. So if they're interested in starting a small business someday, that would be a great major for you. We also have a major in or a concentration in human resource management. And then we have a more or less a general management path as well. So let's jump in. Dr. Stephen Jones, if you could jump in and talk about the entrepreneurship concentration within management, please.
Sure. I think I'm a little too old to jump, but I'll come right on in here. So 90% of all businesses in the United States are small businesses, and 50% of all Americans work for a small business. So this is something that you're very likely to do, is to work for or own your own small business. And especially in times when there's economic disruption, a lot of people decide that they want to be their own bosses instead of working for someone else and worrying about whether or not they'll continue to have a job later. So we take all of the accounting and economics, finance, business law, marketing, management, everything that you learn within your business degrees, all the setup courses, as well as things in your junior and senior years. We put that all together and show you how to apply that to owning your own business if you're interested. We have a couple of specialized courses. One is small business management, but there's also one where we really craft you to be able to take and write a business plan and take it to competition. And in fact, this last year, we had someone place third at the Arkansas Governor's Cup, and she took home $11,000. She's getting ready to start her own business. And so she's going to take that $11,000 and it goes right into her business there. So we teach you how to be able to do those things. If you've ever seen Shark Tank, okay, we're not going to have a Shark Tank for you. That's not going to happen. But if you've ever seen Shark Tank or similar kinds of businesses, we really help people to understand how to be able to go out and get investment capital and be able to start up a business. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jones. And I might add another resource that we have within the College of Business that helps with small business, with entrepreneurship and small business development, is our Arkansas Small Business Development Center, Technology and Development Center resource. And they can help students get marketing data, help them to work on their business plan, help them to find capital, that is funding for operations. So that is in addition to the classwork. We do have a unit within the College of Business that can help you actualize your business plan ideas.
That's right.
Let's turn it over to Dr. Loretta Cochran and let her tell us about human resource management.
I wanted to introduce human resources to you today, but also to give you some assurances that when you come to the College of Business, a lot of the majors, in fact, all of the majors that you hear about today are very flexible. And we also have a common core of classes, so you can start here and find your way into something that really fits your niche, what you're interested, what your passion is, what you want to do. And we will equip you with the skills so that you can support your lifestyle, as I tell my daughter when she graduates. So you have lots of options here. Human resources is one of those. If you like building teams, finding the strengths in other people, this is a great major for you. But we have, again, electives within these majors, so that if there's something in particular you like and want to add into your skill set, or that you find while you're here at an internship, then you can add that as you go through. So I think flexibility and collaboration are some of the highlights of what you'll find in the College of Business. But you have a very welcoming, open faculty here that can help you along your way. I'm working with some students right now during this downtime with COVID-19 to add some skill sets that they need before they finish school. For example, in the management curriculum and also in HR, there's a couple of credentials you'll have before you leave. For example, from our ethics class, you'll leave with the ethical leadership credential. From compensation, you have the compensation analyst credential. And those will be on your LinkedIn profile, your resume, and an added skill set when it gets close to graduation and you're looking for employment that can give you kind of a head start and an advantage over some of the competition. So I think that you have a very supportive faculty in the College of Business, and it extends beyond just the classes we teach. So I think that if we can help you, you've got a team of folks here that are here to support you and help you in any way we can. I've got probably 8 or 10 students this summer in internships right now that I'm working with. So that's a common thread through a lot of our curriculum, is an internship or two to help you better get work experience before you leave, and also help you make informed choices with your career moving forward. So we're here and to help, and I know you've got an exciting next few years ahead of you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Cochran. We've got a major that we started about, you guys may correct me, but roughly about 2010, maybe 2008. It's a fairly new major within the College of Business. It's called Business Data Analytics. And this is a major that prepares students to work with data to solve business problems of various sorts, whether they're marketing, their finance, their operational efficiency, and such as that. And we're really proud of this major because it blends in with all of the other avenues within business. Everything in today's world, everything plays off of data. So we've got Dr. Matt Brown is going to tell you a little bit about the Business Data Analytics major and program. And I'll just turn it over to him. I think there might be others that might want to jump in, because obviously the BDA program is, as Dr. Narkle mentioned, a good minor to put with finance or management or marketing. But I'll let Dr. Brown address the major.
Good morning. Business data analytics is one of the fastest growing areas really in the world in any particular field. If you don't believe me, you can just go to any of the major job search engines and just type in analytics or data science or data mining or any kind of analysis. And again, for the last 5 or 10 years, it's been one of the most highly recruited skills every year. And it's true in Arkansas, and it's true around the world. So I'm really excited to be in this field and to help students find jobs and opportunities in this field. As was mentioned before, it really works with any area of industry. It works with government, works with science, but certainly any of the major industries in Arkansas, major large companies, they hire in this field. Our students are very successful in getting internships and placements at some of the largest companies in the state and outside of the state. I would say if you like analyzing data, looking at data, discovering new things, it can be a fun thing to discover new things that nobody else knew about from the data. We look at a lot of tools involving statistics and database predictive modeling. You'll learn tools like Excel, SQL, and Hadoop, Python, R, SAS. And the fun thing is that we really focus on the applied aspects of all of these different tools. So it's really for learning real life kinds of problems and how to address those with different types of software. Again, it's just a good field to go into. I would say one of my favorite things about tech is I think we're just a good balance of size. We're small enough that I feel like I get to know all of my students, but at the same time, we're large enough that our students have lots of opportunities. I had undergraduate students last year who had papers, research papers accepted to a conference where they were analyzing some real life data. And those kinds of opportunities are available, as well as a wide range of internships and other opportunities. Again, we work well with the other majors. So as either a double major, I've had students who've done that, or as a minor. Business data analytics is one of those fields that, again, no one is going to say, we're sorry that you have that degree. They're gonna be really, really excited that you have that degree. Again, every field needs it. And again, just a lot of opportunities in it. So I'd be glad to answer more questions if you have about this major.
Thank you so much, Dr. Brown. I know Dr. Ifosa Idamudia is joining us as well, and he's always so excited about BDA. I'll give him just a moment. Ifosa, would you like to tell us something about why people would want to consider majoring or minoring in business data analytics?
Can you hear me? Oh, okay. I'm a Ifosa Idamudia. Well, I always tell my students that business data analytics is the queen of all discipline. In other words, all discipline need data to make this decision. So in the medical field, operation, management, they all need data. So that is, and Matt did a very good job. So we look forward receiving questions from you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Idamudia. I knew he'd want to put in a plug. He's always called him BDA, the queen of all majors. And he's very excited about that. Okay. Miss Angie Bell, I believe you're with us. If you are, if you would jump in for just a moment, I'd like you to tell the students about opportunities and resources and services that the College of Business provides to help students with career readiness, helping them to develop the professionalism skills and acquire internships and such as that. If you could just tell, this is an office we have within the College of Business. It's called the Student Engagement Office, and Miss Angie Bell is our director. And so this is outside of academics. This is outside of your coursework. These are activities and events that we host and put on to help students to be better prepared to go out and successfully launch their professional career. Ms. Bell, do you have something you could share with them?
Sure. Good morning, everybody. I'd just like to say welcome you to the College of Business. We have a few things that we try to do with our students. Like you said, I try to engage students. So there's different things that we try to do. Some are fun and some are more for career readiness. Obviously, that's our purpose. But we do hold different events throughout the year. A few of the events that we do career connection events. That's where we bring employers in and you have a meet and greet with them. You can leave your resume, you can talk to them about internships, or you can talk to them about full-time employment after graduation. So it's got dual purposes on that. We do that for each of our majors throughout the year. We have Meet the Firms coming up in September, if everything works out to where we can do that like we normally do. We also do professional development workshops. Those are events that I usually hold on a Wednesday. Wednesdays at noon, not every Wednesday, but most Wednesdays at noon, I'll try to have an event going that is some sort of career readiness or professional development. Those could be something like interview etiquette. We go over resumes. We talk about professional dress, time management. And we also bring actual employers to campus to talk to you about their business and their opportunities. We have a couple of big events that we do throughout the year. In the fall, we do a college to career conference in which we have sometimes recent graduates and sometimes executives come in, but they share their experiences and moving from the college atmosphere to a career and how to move up that ladder. We also have distinguished speaker generally in the spring, and that is usually someone who has climbed the ladder pretty far and they're doing well and they're very successful, and so they will come back and share their successes. I also try to help connect you with employers for interviews. If an employer reaches out to me looking for someone for interview or for internships or for a career, you'll get an email from me about that. I send out a lot of emails, and so you'll be getting those kind of things. We also work together with all of our student groups. We have the BSLC, which is the Business Student Leadership Council, and we have the Accounting Club, the BDA Club, a Marketing Club, the SHRM, and an ACTIS. And so we do things with those clubs to try to keep you guys active and getting to know each other and just doing some fun things on campus. So sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's work, but we try to get you guys, interacting with each other and meeting your fellow classmates. And then sometimes we do tailgating or different things, a study floor, just anything that we can do to get you guys connected to either each other or employers or just the tech community in general.
Very good. Thank you, Ms. Bell. She does a fine job getting students engaged and helping them to get prepared. I'd like to take some time now to open up the floor for student questions. If you have any questions about what the fall's going to look like as far as operations or specific majors or questions about career opportunities, we'll just turn it over to you guys. I'm seeing on the screen, Courtney, I'm not getting any sound. You may have your audio turned off.
Sorry.
Oh, there you go. There we go. Go ahead. We can hear you now and see you.
How are y'all doing today?
Good.
Sorry, I totally joined super late. I was on a road trip. But I do have a question. So with about the marketing department. So there's two tracks, the marketing strategy and the digital marketing, right?
Correct.
Okay. So with that, how is there a big difference between the two, or because I was looking between them?
Yes, I'll let Dr. Narcombe jump in a moment, but just as a general comment, no, there's not a huge difference. One is just more broad based. The digital marketing it's marketing, but it's marketing that somewhat aligns itself with data analytics. Marketing decision making. A lot of marketers, they work in areas that are called, for example, consumer insights. A lot of companies call it that. It could be marketing research. It could be any number of different things, but consumer insights, this is where people are looking at data with respect to their customer, and they're trying to figure out better promotions. How do I reach them? What will excite them? What will motivate them to action, specifically buying things or shopping or whatever the behavior is you're trying to activate. So all that's driven by data. So the digital marketing is marketing, but it's got some alignment with working with data to solve marketing problems. So there's a little bit of a BDA overlap there, but John might be able to explain that better. I don't know.
Well, I think you did a good job, but Courtney, if you do have any other questions, definitely in the digital marketing track, there are some classes that are going to target some more of the stuff that Dr. Mason was talking about. But if you do have any further questions, my name, you should be able to see it on the screen, and I'd be happy to talk with you, or you could email me. I think it'd be really easy if you just Googled me and ATU, and then you can send any questions you might have about that later. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
You're very welcome. Any other questions?
This might not be questions that they might be thinking about right now, but I do know whenever I was a student on our campus, one thing that everyone is trying to get into is like internships and trying to get hands-on experience. What are some of the different corporations or businesses where our students have been able to have those internships and potentially like turned into job opportunities? Can someone speak on that?
Angie, I'm going to pull you in on that. It's a wide variety. Of course, in business is a pretty broad area. Some are in the financial sectors, like working with banks or working with financial advisors. Edward Jones comes to mind. But Angie, and of course, some are in accounting, and some are all kinds of different businesses from the management and marketing side. But you want to jump in there, Angie?
Sure. Some of the professors may have some more names as well that they can throw out as well. But Axiom is one that a lot of our BDA students go to. We have some that go to Dillard's. We also have some that are ArcBest is a big one for them as well. Our accounting students a lot of times will end up at BKD. We've had some go to Frost, which is a large one accounting firm in Little Rock, and that we've actually toured, and it's actually a very cool place to work, it looks like. We've had some that go to Bell Barclay. Basically, any of the large accounting firms that you can think of that we have any dealings with, they do internships with our students a lot of times, and those will be longer internships than some of the others. Sometimes it may be a full semester, where some of the others are a little bit shorter. We've had one recently go to Target that she ended up with a job, and she's doing very well there. Edward Jones is another one that Dr. Mason mentioned that I know that several of them went to. They're just literally any business you can think of, that's an opportunity for them. We are willing to work with any business. If we haven't already got an established internship with them, then we'll establish one. So we're really open to anything that we can do. I know that some of them have also went to the banks. We've had several go to banks. OZK, I know, is one that is trying really hard to get a lot of internships going. So we are really open. It's not a hard process to get an internship started. It's very easy, a little bit of paperwork, a coordinator, and somebody on the other end, and we're happy to get that started if we haven't already. And I know that there's a lot of other businesses we've used that we've gotten internships with as well, but if any of the professors want to mention that, feel free. But those are just a few right off the top of my head that I can name that we've had within the last 2 years that are they've actually turned into full-time jobs.
Thank you, Angie. And I will mention one other one that just comes to mind. Of course, Walmart. There's a lot of companies, but we've had several students that have done internships with Walmart. But one that comes to mind, a young lady went up there and she had a project she was working on with Walmart, and I'll get the numbers wrong, but essentially, as far as revenue generation and cost savings, she had an impact for Walmart's bottom line of something close to $7 million. And of course, as a result of that, do you think it's going to be hard for her to get a job? Not only does Walmart want her, but when you got that sort of thing on your resume, everybody's going to be interested. They can see that you add value. You're a great problem solver. And I would say, I'm glad you brought that up, Cassidy. Internships are very important. We like for students to get what we call experiential learning while they're engaged with us here at Arkansas Tech. And so in other words, practical learning, doing things hands-on. And one of the best ways you can do that, of course, is with internships. And internships not only open doors for you to get a job with said company, the company that you did the internship with, but they look great on your resume, because if an employer sees your resume, they want to be able to talk with you about your experiences and what did you learn, because they're looking at you from your work experience in addition to your academic background. So if you can merge those two together, you can apply what you learn from your academic background to solving real problems and working in real life business situations, then that just makes you a much more attractive applicant when you're looking for that job. Tracy, were you wanting to jump in? I saw your screen popped up. So were you wanting to say something?
Yeah, I was just going to mention Walmart and also mention Tyson. We've had a significant number of students go to Tyson in different roles in management and human resources and other areas working in Tyson. And of course, I was going to mention Walmart, but you covered Walmart. And again, these companies have hired a lot of our students in different departments, some in accounting, some in management, some in human resources, some in business data analytics. So some of these larger companies really hire a lot of different majors.
If I can add, I had a student who had 3 offers actually this last semester as he's graduating. He just graduated. And it's not just limited, I think, to private industries. There's also government agencies. We had me and Rock, who were looking for a student who would be hired by the Federal Reserve of St. Louis, and we collected some resumes. We recommended a student. They interviewed the student. They gave the student actually an offer, and the student, I guess, had a better offer somewhere else. So, but I told him, well, it's a good opportunity to get these opportunities. So students do get opportunities. Thank you.
We might have time. Cassie, I know you're driving this ship. Do we have time for one more question or?
Yes, we have time for probably one, maybe two more questions.
Okay.
It doesn't look like we've had any questions pop up in the chat bar or anything, but I know, Courtney, you joined us a little bit later. We will be posting this on our YouTube, and if you have any questions or anything, we will be putting this out there so we can send you the link. But I also put in the chat bar where you can click on our link for the faculty and staff contact information. So if you are wanting to reach out personally to any of these faculty members, please feel free to do so. I was a student in the College of Business, and I can attest, like, they're all wonderful, and they'll help you kind of get into the major that would best fit your niche, best fit what you're good at and what you're wanting to go towards. So I believe that's all. Dr. Mason, do you have anything else? I don't see any more questions.
Okay, I would just say there might be a faculty member that wants to jump in. If they do, just jump in. But I would want to just say again, thank you so much for your interest in Arkansas Tech. We look so very forward to you joining us in the fall, and for your whole time that you're going to be here. We're going to try to provide help and support and advice and direction for you as you seek it, as you wish it. We truly do hope everybody is successful, and we do what we can to get you in a position where you can be successful. All you have to do is reach out to us, as you've seen from all of our faculty and staff here. A lot of folks willing to help out. Don't be shy to give a call or send an email. Again, all our names are listed in the on the web page there for the College of Business faculty, and you can reach out to us at any time, and we look forward to being able to help you. We hope you have a wonderful summer break. You enjoy yourself and get lots of relaxation, and we hope you're ready to hit the ground running and excel in your academic experience here at Arkansas Tech. I will let it go at that unless anybody else has something they'd like to say.
I have one more quick little announcement to make. We will be launching a new app at the end of the week, and you'll get more information about that on Friday. But it's just students' opportunity, or it's an opportunity for students just to keep these conversations going with each other, just because we know that some students have really created relationships with others who have been in sessions with them constantly this week. So we will be launching that, and you'll get more information on Friday. And then also, if you haven't done your academic advising session, make sure that you get into your classes, because we want you to join, hopefully, the College of Business. It holds a very special place in my heart. So if you do decide to join the College of Business, just make sure that you have completed your academic advising session and get into those classes for this fall. So, all right, if no one else has anything, thank you so much for joining us. We have a couple really great sessions later this afternoon and then also tomorrow. So have a great rest of your day. Bye, everyone.